Alright, what is up guys? Professor Akali here bringing you a new video of all of the advanced and hidden OP mechanics and combos on Akali that I have discovered in the past few months. Guys, these are going to be the tools that take your Akali game to the next level, and you are going to be having everyone crying about how overpowered Akali is. And she is overpowered, by the way, let's be clear about that. But that's besides the point. This guide, this video, is going to help you guys climb to whatever rank you want, especially since it's almost the end of the season. These are going to be the combos you're going to be using all the time, not these small, subtle mechanics that you might use once in every 20 games. So I hope you guys enjoy the video, and without further ado, let's get right into it. Really quick before the video starts, I just wanted to say thank you guys so much for 500k subscribers. And to say thank you, I'm going to be giving away $500. 5 winners will be picked $100 each. Thank you and good luck to everyone. The link to the giveaway is in the description. Alright guys, so first things first, in case you didn't know, there is this sweet spot you can use with Akali's Q, in which you don't really have to necessarily do anything past throwing your Q out. You get the passive right away, and it's actually really cool because then you don't have to run back and then forth. Like, you can just straight up go up and hit them with the passive proc. But that's not very practical. It's not going to be like every time where you get that until you practice a lot. So what is more practical is doing what I just did just there. Like when you know that you're almost there on the tip, but you can't really like aim every time that perfectly, especially if they're running around. What you want to do is just get really close and then immediately click backwards and then forwards. Really, you only need to click for like half a second, and usually, even though I'm on 36 ping, just the delay of clicking back and then forth, like the delay that the time between each click from back and then forth, that's usually enough just to like get your passive to proc. So let's do it here, and then that is something you need to practice doing. That's a very, very important mechanic. Otherwise, you're gonna be wasting so much time. And not only that, if you do this like a noob and you run back, like dude, you're giving them so much time to run away from you. So that's just something to keep in mind. The next thing I want to mention is extremely important when you're trying to catch people. This is your bread and butter catch combo, 1000%. So this is what you do. Say that they're far away, and you know, if it's a champion, they're going to run away from you if they know that you can kill them. But if you get in range to even just flash ult, this is what you do. So what you want to do is you want to ult flash and then immediately E. And the reason being is that when you get the jump on them, they're not going to ever see you coming with the ult flash, but once they get hit by your first part of your ult, they're stunned, and they cannot do anything to avoid you getting hit by that shuriken, and it just makes it so even if they ult away, if they say they're Ari, or they flash away, like anyone over a wall, they ult backwards, they try to run away, does not matter. And this is extremely important too. When you do a combo like this, you're actually getting out of the range of a circle, because if you think about it, because you're already extending everything, like, you know, if you're close, you can just ult right out of the range and get your passive this way. But realistically, you if you're trying to get them from far away, you have to use your ult flash, and then when you use your E backwards, you're getting your first passive proc, so you get to go ahead and E back in, you smack them with the empowered auto attack, but then you also get that bonus damage from your E, and you also get the bonus damage from your R2, just all into one. Like, it's just one giant burst, and that is something that you need to be doing. That is something that has gotten me 80+% of my kills in mid lane post 6 in high elo, because, you know, in high elo they're not going to be dumb enough to just let you kill them. So yeah, that is just another mechanic, and let's move on to the next beautiful one. Alright guys, so the next thing I'm going to show you is an extremely practical thing to do around Baron time, especially if a fight drags towards this little wall right here. You can also do it over here as well, but it's not as good, and you'll see why. So basically, if there's a fight in the river and you're this team, or honestly you can even do it over here, what you want to do, assuming this is the team fight, is you can actually go ahead and just drop your WE, go in for a quick combo, and then immediately just like do that, do your rotation. And honestly, so this isn't the most practical combo to do, because you are, you know, you're giving up your W and your E cooldowns. But if it's a very close team fight, say you're say you just came back from a fight mid on the inhib or something, and you don't have your Zhonya's available, you don't have some, so just, oh, I have the infinite cooldown. But basically, it's just an option that I have been using a lot more lately, and because I feel like it is very good. So you just basically do something like this, and then you just straight up run back into safety, fly back into safety rather. And when you do that, you're a huge distraction. Yeah, you're disrupting them in a sense. I don't know if you guys know what, I think everyone knows what disrupting means, but basically when you jump into them, everyone's going to turn onto you, especially with a build like this. because the new Akali doesn't go tanky. I'm not going to go too deep into the builds right now, but basically almost all, if not all, Akali builds don't revolve around anything other than pure damage and Azonias. You don't even go Merc Treads most of the time if you're a Korean Challenger Pro or anything like that. It's crazy. Don't get me wrong, they do go Merc Treads and maybe Ninja Tabbies in Worlds, but other than that, you know, solo queue, probably never going to be getting it. Alright guys, so the next thing I want to talk about is how to use your Shroud properly. So I wanted to do the same scenario where we're in a team fight right now, and assume that there are just 3 targets that if they all attack me for 2 seconds in a row, they will kill me. So basically what you would want to do if you're engaging into a team fight, say this is the Aurelia right here, this is the squishiest of the front line, and you want to go in on her. What I'm actually going to do for this clip is I'm going to do the entire combo. Say this is Aurelia, the squishiest of all 3 frontliners, and realistically that's all you're going to get to in this team fight at Baron. So I'm going to show you guys exactly what I'll do in slow-mo. So basically, as you guys can see in this combo, you open up with the ult flash E just to get the ball rolling with your passive proc. You get the E onto the squishiest target. And what happens is when you flash into them, you're getting your Shroud into the middle of the entire team fight, which gives you the most potential to just get into any corner of the fight. It gives you so much room to work with because obviously how broken your Shroud is, you know, no one can see you in it. So you get to position, you get to decide where you are, and you get to decide who you kill when you pop out. So yeah, as you guys can see, you cause the biggest disruption in a team fight when your Shroud is in the middle of it. Assuming your team is not dead, assuming you trust them, because, you know, if you don't trust your team to fight with you, then, you know, you should probably go ahead and go right over here and start split pushing because, yeah, it makes no sense to do anything else. But yeah, if you're in a situation where you think you can team fight with your team, then you definitely want to go ahead and do something like that and drop the Shroud in the middle of the fight, because that is what's going to give you the most opportunity to get in a good position in the middle of the fight while invisible and then hit whoever you want. Say the backline is over here throughout all of that, and you might even, because your Shroud is going to expand on all sides of the fight, you might be able to even get close to him and just hit him with a nice little one-shot. But that's just another option. Alright guys, so the next thing I want to show you is actually something that just makes your combos smoother, makes them quicker. Your passive procs into your Q, into your passive procs into your Q. This is going to be something that I don't think a lot of people know, because I do see a lot of people canceling their passive proc with another Q. So basically what you want to do for this mechanic is you want to throw your Q onto them, get your passive proc, and then as you're swinging, you actually just go for another Q, because you can't possibly cancel it. That's the thing that people don't know. No matter what, as long as you throw your passive or it's in the middle of your swing, you cannot cancel it. But if you, the problem is, I think, is people actually like right click but then they don't let it swing first. That is a problem. What you have to do is just watch yourself swing even a tiny bit, and then you can actually cancel part of the animation. This is just something that I've learned after overplaying a lot of times. Oh my god, this looks so funny. Actually, really quick side note, this is such a cool looking skin with the freaking giant sword, the giant blue sword. Anyway, let's not get too sidetracked. That is going to be the combo that makes you team fight better. Just another one of them. Alright guys, so for this next mechanic, I think you guys are going to love this one because I've been practicing this so much and I have been dying of laughter. Literally, sometimes I die of, like, I just start laughing out loud like crazy because of how OP this is. And this is going to be the tower diving segment of the video. So this is what you do, and this works a lot better while minions are taking up the turret's shots, because in between turret shots, you can actually hit them and then go back into Shroud. The millisecond the enemy turret starts firing at your minions, you can go ahead and just do this. You can do this, so I'll show you. Do you guys see this? If you're quick, if you time everything correctly, you do not take damage when you are freaking diving them as Akali. I'm shaking my head right now, but you can't see that because I have face cam. This is just, it's just not fair, really. I think Riot is gonna nerf Akali. There's just no way they don't. But you know, until then, we're gonna have fun with it. So we'll do this one more time. Oh wait. Wait. You see, because the turret shoots so slow, you can reasonably get it done. I would say anything Anything more than like 90 ping, I wouldn't recommend trying this because you might mistime it and get yourself killed potentially. But I still think you can learn it and like manage practicing depending on whatever ping you have. It's just going to be a little bit more difficult. So yeah, that's just another thing to keep in mind. That is 100% nuclear OP one-shot build. No, seriously, it's actually OP as hell. So that's just something to keep in mind. And let's go on to the next thing. Alright guys, so basically what you have to do is pretty much imagine that we land our E on this guy. He's the Thresh, right? And this is his 80 carry. Basically, you know, I was over here. I killed this thing first. I was over here. Thresh just decides to come over here to try and ward, and I dropped the E onto him. And basically, you know, so I dropped the E onto him. He runs away, and what I do is I do this. I actually use my E onto one person to connect with the carry. Usually what's going to happen here is you're going to be connecting with the support to get to the bot lane. You cancel your E mid-flight, and then you actually just go ahead and kill the carry. So let's say this is the Thresh, and that's the Kai'Sa. You want to just go ahead and just use Thresh's E, the E you hit on Thresh, to take advantage of it. You fly right into the carry. And you get him, and you carry, and then you win the game because that's how Akali works. So there you go. And really quickly, I just wanted to explain one extra thing about why this is so good to do. When you hit the target with your E, before you inevitably fly onto the carry near them, because you hit your E ahead of time, you can literally just ult on top of them, and then your passive is already ready because you hit the first target with your E. So all you do is ult on top of them, and you can literally just auto Q Gunblade, and if it's an 80 carry and it's not 6 items with a Hex Drinker, you will literally one-shot them. If not one-shot them, Ignite and maybe R2 will, well, that'll for sure get the job done. So it's just a really good, effective, efficient way to getting yourself fed if you decide to gank bot lane, for example. Alright guys, and really quick, I just wanted to re-explain how to maximize the damage on your executions. Especially when you do a combo like this where you hit them with the flash and the E and the whatnot. We already went over that earlier on. So basically, I'm just going to get that set up all over again. So basically, when you do something like this and you land it, you need to make sure you go for the E and then auto Q ult. You want to make sure that you get the damage from your E, your auto, your passive proc, another Q because you should have the energy, and then you ult because it has a execution damage. So you do more damage based off of the enemy's missing health. So it's basically just extremely important, if nothing else. Just know that it's extremely important that you get them to their weakest before you go in for that play. So you just go for like literally everything, and then you go for the ult to do as much as possible. Alright guys, if this video can hit 5,000 likes, I will make a part 2 to this. But for now, that is going to be it for the combos and mechanics. I hope you enjoyed. As I said, if we hit 5,000 likes on the video, I will do a part 2. Also, be sure to check out the holiday giveaway I'm doing. It's just for Christmas. I'm actually going to have it end on Christmas, and I'm sure throughout the coming month or two, I'm going to be adding to it. But this is just going to be a long-term giveaway for you guys out there to just say thank you, especially for 500K. So yeah, guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Hope you guys have a good rest of your day, and I'll see you in a new one. Peace.